Hill figure, nigga. This is the Star Report. Sunday night, late edition, and I'm here to talk to yous. Great weekend I had. I took it down yesterday for maybe 6 hours. I had to get that, just that real sleep in to get back on the mic this evening. Anyway, I know that Gilly, my cousin Gilly and Wiz Khalifa, that is the top trending, urban story. But I want to talk about this dumb fuck, Fat Cat, Lorenzo Nichols, granted state parole and released to the feds. He's not coming home anytime soon, so don't assume he's going to be hitting the block. Certainly not in the New York tri-state area. This dumb fuck, along with Pappy Mason, fucked up work for everybody in the entire borough of Queens. 1988, they killed, even though Pappy Mason was the actual trigger man. This dumb fuck, Fat Cat, has been in the penitentiary, and rightfully so, over 35 years. I'm not sure exactly how long, and I don't give a fuck. He's not going to hit the streets in New York, I assure you. He did, however, admit to ordering the hit on his parole officer, I think his ex-girlfriend, and I'm not going to read all that dumb shit tonight. He was just a dumb fuck. He had no parameters. His reign was not that long. The term kingpin, if you ask me, doesn't apply. He was one of the first to start dealing coke and crack on a large scale in the Queens borough, as I just said. But they fucked up work, made it hot. You could not go buy coke in Queens. You had to go out to Edgemere houses, Left Rack City, because of this dumb fuck. So I will not be sitting here bigging him up, talking about what he was driving, what he was wearing. I never met him, to my knowledge. I wasn't even in the same vicinity. But again, released to the feds. So it took him all these years to tell. That's basically what happened here. He's telling now. And I want to talk to you, folks, about telling, snitching. My steez. He told years ago, thus the reason why they're cutting him some slack, and more than likely by way of liberal policies and other things, but people are outraged, make no mistake about it. Police PBA President, Patrick Lynch, is furious that this guy's even getting parole, as I said, released to the feds. I think 2026 is when he may or may not even be eligible, but don't count on that, all right? Anyway, troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? Let me check my screen. Okay. Gilly the Kid claims Wiz Khalifa got his IG page deleted. Oh, my goodness. Troll baby salute. Good evening. Yeah, I was there, kids, and this dumb fuck, as I said, Fat Cat, he and his team, street legends, but if memory serves me correctly, as I said, I'm not going to pull the notes, less than a 5-year run. So his name rings bells, of course. There was no real urban media back then. Certainly the internet was not available to civilians. The internet was created by way of the government, decades prior, but it was nothing that you could look at to counter what had happened and what was going on, again, in Queens, New York. But feel free to call in if you are, from the New York tri-state area, you want to chime in. Yeah, I'm ready to talk that goofy shit tonight about this Dumbo Fat Cat. Oh, and thank you whoever sent me an email, another Alpo documentary. Another Alpo documentary. Let me take a sip. I can't believe. Well, actually, I can. Another Alpo documentary. Niggas love the bullshit, do they not? Do we not? Hold on a second. Okay, troll babies, how you guys doing? Good evening. Oh, yeah, I do have a somewhat of a mammy story. Douglasville, Georgia. I was in Walmart this morning. Mammy pressed me. Mammy pressed me. And as I've said to you before, don't get upset or, riled up when Mammy, comes with the bullshit. You have to laugh at Mammy and the situation. I got up early this morning and I went to Walmart to get some hydroxycut pills and some Velcro. I'm exiting out of the exit walkway. Me and three other people. One I didn't know them. Two in front of me and one behind me. Mammy looks at me. And she says, catch this, I'm nosy. What you got in the bag? Now, Mammy is the one checking the receipts, if I didn't mention that. I didn't get upset. I show her the bag and hand her the receipt. She looks in the bag. While she's looking, I said to her, because again, I'm with the bullshit. I said, you did right by stopping me. They call me Sticky down in Fort Worth. And she said, really? She saw that the receipt matched the hydroxycut. I kept it pushing. I said, see you later. She said, see ya. But she pulled me out of the line. Why? I didn't let it bother me, okay? All right, sit tight. I see you guys on the phone. I want to talk to you about this dumb fuck. Yeah, fat cat. Took him all these years to realize that telling is the right way to go. And just in case you're new to the show, I am a proud rat snitch. I hope to get a documentary released on myself one day. Star spelled backwards. Troll babies, star spelled backwards. Okay, also, as I said, Gilly and Wiz Khalifa. I saw some of the video. Gilly was... I don't even want to say he was taking shots at Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, good guy, came on the Star and Buck Wild show. I think it was 2011. He came early. He was very alert. He was ready to talk. And at that time, somebody put out a fake story that Ghostface Killer was getting at Wiz Khalifa. Anybody remember this? And Wiz Khalifa, because I was amping him up, I put the battery on his back. He started calling Ghostface Killer corny. But the story wasn't real. It was fake news. And anyway, so Wiz is a good guy. He wears, from what I remember, thick bifocal glasses. But he's on Instagram working out. And, he doesn't wear socks or anything. And he's got these shorts that are a little, I would say nut huggers. I mean, no offense. I don't follow him, but I have seen the videos. And Gilly said something on Instagram about he had to unfollow. Help me out if I'm wrong, troll babies. He had to unfollow Wiz Khalifa because he didn't want to keep seeing Wiz naked, yada, yada, yada. I guess a day or so later, Gilly's Instagram page got deleted. Out of here. Now, Wiz Khalifa did respond and said, if you're not bringing that positive energy, yada, 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 see ya. Now, troll babies, I have to go to you first. Did Wiz Khalifa report Gilly to Kid? Before I go to anybody else, troll babies. Or did Wiz Khalifa's, team, did they report Gilly as being a bully? Either way, Gilly's, IG page was deleted. So he started a new page, Gilly the King. Currently, he has 103,000 followers. He probably had, I think, was it 2 or 3 million on the page that has been deleted? Let me say it again. I'm sorry, how do I say your name? Is it Vaho Slim? Vahio Slim, I got your donation for your pain and suffering. Oh, the Mammy Chronicles. Thank you so much for your donation. I don't know how many followers Gilly had on his IG page that was deleted, but he's got a new one. So I'd like to talk about that if you guys want to as well, all right? Also, a little bit later, Kodak Black going in on Willow Smith, all right? Let's get the show started Sunday evening. and I want to talk to you guys a little bit later about some other things as well. Let me bring in area code 9. Hold on a second. 973 early. Good evening. 973.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself, Star?
Good, good, good. Are you up to speed? Fat Cat Lorenzo Nichols released to the Fez. Rat fuck.
Yes, Star. Those was my years. You know,
Really?
jokers get a little bit of money and go out and buy entry-level cars, 190s and 325s and 318s and all that.
Okay.
But the thing about Fat Cat, what really got it hot was the cop killed.
Yeah.
You got a rookie cop sitting outside of a witness's house, and you guys kill him? Are you kidding me? We don't do that up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Them country boys down south where you at now, they're Papa Cat. They're Papa Cop. But up northeast, we don't do that.
Well, it's a different set of rules. A different set of rules and parameters. You can't carry guns up in the New York Tri-State area, or certainly not New Jersey, the way you can down in the South. But yes, you're right. 1988, he was a rookie cop, if I remember correctly. Yes, a rookie cop.
Exactly. Ed Burns, I believe his name.
Yeah. So it really, as you just said, you were there. How old are you?
Man, I'm 51.
Okay, so you're younger than me. I was there. I went to Andrew Jackson High School, class of '82. It made Queens hot,
I gotta
hot
tell
as
you,
Queens.
I'm actually a Jersey guy.
Okay.
So I laugh, but I'm not going to be able to give you my full spill until I actually make a donation. I'm not going to feel right talking to you without making a donation.
Well, now, hang on a second. Are you, did you live in New York at all, or are you just giving me the Jersey perspective?
Nah, I'm just giving you the Jersey perspective. I have met some guys that were from New York around the time, so forth and so on. But in that whole area, whether you talk about the tri-state area, it was the same thing. I mean, you know, that stuff started hitting the streets and cats started getting money. And
I'm not mad at that, and let's be clear. I'm not mad at anybody who was getting money back in those days because, you know, I mean, I was a low-level degenerate. I ran with the shower posse early to mid '80s. I was a low-level degenerate. I carried a bag for a guy named Braca. I've already spoken about this. There's paperwork on me. But this guy, as you just said, he was a dumb fuck. He had no parameters, and he was ordering hits from behind the jail wall, just like King Blood from the Latin Kings. And he fucked up everything in Queens. That's my angle tonight. He fucked up things in Queens for people. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You're not going to eat because now they're trying to say that you're running a continual criminal enterprise from behind bars, and that's not a good look, and they're not going to let you get that off.
Yeah.
Number one. But number two, just with the cop killing, witness intimidation, it just goes on and on.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, certain things you can't get away with.
Yeah. Thank you for the call, man. Have a good night.
And he, like you say, all right, you too.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Folks, Fat Cat, Lorenzo Nichols. I do want to focus again on Gilly and Wiz Khalifa. Did Wiz Khalifa, did he own reporting Gilly's page? And how many followers, or, you know, did Gilly have on his main IG page? Can he get it back? Does he deserve it back? Was he taking shots at the LGBTQ plus? Folks, did I mention that this is a LGBTQ plus compliant show? My cousin Kevin Omni gave me an award once upon a time. I always hold this up from time to time. See that? Kevin Omni and Willie Ninja, my old homie. Oh yeah, Willie Ninja presented to Star Lifetime Achievement and Service Award, okay? LGBTQ plus compliant. Don't come here hating on that community. We'll get you the fuck out of here fast. Also, maybe a little bit later, we'll talk about the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors voted last week to suspend travel, to Florida and Texas over LGBTQ plus policies. A little bit later, okay? I see you guys via PayPal. Give me a second. I want to take some calls early. Hey, 973, are you there? Good evening, good evening, good evening. 973.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. You got to pick it up, sir. You got to pick it up. Good evening.
You hear me?
I can hear you now, sir. Yes.
All right. Good evening. It's your boy Jay Bandit from the slums.
Hey, what's up, man?
Living tree neck, man. What up, though?
What's cracking with you, man?
I'm all right, maintaining. I heard you want to know about that Gilly Wiz situation, so I was just literally sending you the rundown. I sent you one earlier, and I was sending you the other part.
Well, tell me right now. So Gilly said something, or I mean, I know he unfollowed Wiz Khalifa. Is that what started this? And Wiz Khalifa, clapped back.
He was just joking with him.
Go ahead.
He was just joking with him. He said what he said, that he doesn't like the nut huggers, and Wiz said, "All right, well, see ya."
Yeah.
Like, that's all he said was "see ya." Like,
see
basically, ya. Like get off his dick ever so politely, because Wiz has been on the show. He knows Wiz personally. So Wiz was just on the show like 2-3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a Pennsylvania connection.
Exactly. Pittsburgh, Philly. It's like 4 hours away, but at the end of the day, it's still the same state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now hang on a second. So did Wiz Khalifa report Gilly's IG page? Did his fans? They got him the fuck up out of there.
He claims he didn't. He didn't do it. He said he wanted to help him get it back, but Gilly declined the offer. He said, "Fuck it," and just did it his own. Start my French here. He said it's okay. And look,
Gilly called him pussy. I saw that. Called him pussy. Called him pussy. Right?
He said, "Wait, what you say?"
Gilly called him pussy on another.
Yes. He texted. He said something else again. I didn't even hear the statement. I was about to listen to it.
He said, "I can't wait till I see you." How am I up to speed on the bullshit more than you? I thought you said you emailed me something. Gilly said, "I can't wait to see you again."
Yeah, I did email you. I emailed you his decent response to him saying, like,
"Nigga, start with the dumb shit." Come on.
My nigga, you got 3 forms of devices. I only have 2. My phone. Actually, I got 3. I do got 3. I got my 2 laptops and I got my phone.
Okay.
And my other phone. But I was just sending it to you so you could see what he said recently off his new page, which has 302,000 followers.
Oh, he's got 300 now. Okay.
Yeah, he has 302,000. Yeah.
All right. Jay the Bandit, I want you to promote your platform while I look for something I dropped on the floor here. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, it's your boy Jay the Bandit. My new project is out now, streaming on all platforms, Tidal, Spotify. It's called Getting Money, Staying Sucker Free. Because, every day's a struggle. You know the vibes star. Every day's a struggle. So we out here grinding. And everybody's a sucker some days they not. Just like this, for example, the Wiz and Gilly situation. Gilly ain't no sucker. No. Wiz is a little sucker. He's been commercial by the end of the day. He didn't do it. I believe him.
Well, I'm not going to get into calling either one of them names. I want to get to the bottom of, did Wiz get Gilly the fuck up off of IG? But listen, man, I appreciate you. Guys, Jada's his banner is in my community section, and you want the smoke with the trolls and new subscribers, yes?
Yes, I'm with the troll babies. I'm gonna clap back. Well, yeah, I still gotta get that troll baby T-shirt, the purple one. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, that's my new color, purple. They like me in purple.
Thank you for tapping in.
Especially, salute.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay, my nigga Jay the Bandit tapping in. All right, guys, hang on a second. Star was pressed by Mammy today. In case you're just now joining the show. I had to respect the press, though. She said, "I'm nosy. What you got in the bag?" That was a slick way to come up on someone, to ask for their receipt. "I'm nosy. What you got in the bag?" Artsy got your donation. Gilly want all the smoke, but can Gilly beat him in a straight-up one-on-one? That's a good question. Wiz is always working out. I see him with the, what is it? Is it Tybo? Gilly also, with the boxing. Gilly's got hands. I'm sure somebody has already thought about a boxing event for charity, huh? Gilly's my guy. Gilly and I, me, Gilly, and Loose Cannon, we were commentators at the, who was that? Big Brody and, was it Tyrone? A couple of years ago, we were all commentating down in Philly. I'm sorry, folks, I'm sipping Absolute tonight and white grapefruit juice. That would be nice. Ray's Peace says Gilly is your twin star. Gilly's actually younger than me. Great guy, though. He used to sell me guns back in the days, back in the... Oh my God. Back in the days, man, huh? Back in the major figure days. Oh, man. Let me go to Cash App. Hang on a second, guys. Is it Jude got your donation? I love your content, bro. The GVOC.com. Thank you. What is that, the GVOC? I got time. Let me see what that is. I appreciate your support. Do you have a banner? You want us to get you some shine? Okay, Carlito, GVOC Productions. Hang on, folks. This young man just put some respect on my name. I'm going to post his link in the community section. Check him out. All right, thank you for your donation, sir. Okay. The Real Alpo Martinez Story, 2022 documentary. You know, folks, I am the objective hater, never a player hater, but, you know, I was player hating on Alpo back in the 80s. Never met him. But I remember that spot, what was it called? Willie Burgers, when you go down the hill on 145th Street. I think it was Willie Burgers, like a hamburger spot on the side of a fucking building. Him and those niggas out there, they had sobs. You know what I'm talking about? That was like when nobody even knew what a sob was, a car, a sob. I just came off of a 3-day coke binge. I'm trying to get a burger because I used to go to that spot. But one night it was just like 200 people out in the fucking street. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Was it Willie Burgers? And I was heated, and I saw that motherfucker standing there like with truck jewelry. They used to call it truck jewelry, you know? Custom-made Dapper Dan shit. I said, who is that cocksucker? Can I just get my burger and get the fuck out of here? That was him. T3, the polar bear. You calling him my nigga? He says respectfully, it's polar. Yes, sir. Salute, salute, salute. The real Rico Mercado. Rory said Britney was magically delicious. Okay. Okay, Jada Bandit, I got you, my nigga. Okay, he just sent me the Wiz Khalifa Gilly stuff. And Blade says, Jew Network, LGBT compliant, but not a black show. That's a whole fact. Yeah, Blade, that's a whole fact. Blade, I get your emails. You sent me some good stuff today, man. Thank you so much, okay? And guys, let me promote some of my sponsors whilst we are at it on the screen right now. Please go check out this young lady. She gives the tea. The tea. Salute to you, young lady. I checked out one of your latest videos, My Exclusive Opinion on YouTube. She's on the come up, and I am honored to promote the younger generation, as you know, okay? All right, and Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg. Elvis, thank you for tapping in. 914, good evening. Talking about this fucknut, Fat Cat, Lorenzo Nichols, pardon me. Granted state parole, released to the feds. 914. Yes, no, maybe. 914.
You.
Craig.
What's poppin', my nigga? How are you?
I'm good, my nigga. Good to hear your voice.
How are you?
I'm good. What's cracking? Take your time. Let's talk. What's going on, Craig?
What's cracking, my nigga?
Yeah.
Yo. You Gilly, my nigga. I love Gilly.
Yeah, I love Gilly
He's a
too.
real nigga.
I love Gilly. He's a good nigga,
He's
man.
a real nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gilly, my nigga. It's a real nigga. It's a real nigga.
Yes. Yeah. Wiz Khalifa did some hoe ass shit though. I mean, even if Wiz Khalifa didn't, report him to fucking Instagram, he should have took that shit in stride, man. He acted all sensitive, talking about the energy, positive vibes, huh? Go ahead, Craig. Go
Yo,
ahead.
my nigga. Yo, my nigga. Fuck that nigga.
Okay, fuck that nigga.
That nigga.
Fuck that nigga.
Nigga is a pussy.
Damn.
He's a bitch.
Talk your talk, Craig.
He's a bitch ass nigga.
He's pussy. Okay.
You feel me?
He's pussy.
Fuck it.
Craig said he's pussy,
Fuck
folks.
it.
Okay.
Pussy ass nigga.
Craig, you wearing fly polo tonight? You always rock polo. You wearing polo tonight?
Nah.
Nah. What you wearing tonight?
I'm in the crib.
Okay. You're in the crib.
I'm in the crib. Yeah.
Okay.
For you.
Smashing any new bitches lately, Craig? Smashing any new bitches, as you do?
No. One.
One.
Puerto Rican bitch.
Okay.
Puerto Rican bitch.
Puerto Rican bitch.
Yeah. I know with fat bitches.
Yeah.
They no good.
Say again. Say again.
Baby,
Say again, Craig.
baby, shit.
Black bitches ain't shit.
Baby,
You said black bitches?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the.
Black bitches ain't shit. Folks, this part's gonna have to be edited out. Craig just goes there. Just bear with us. Talk your talk, Craig. I got time. Talk your talk, my nigga. I fuck with you heavy. Talk your talk.
Yo, my nigga. Yo, have a good day.
Thank you, Craig. Love you, man. Salute.
Love you too.
Love you too. Salute. Always. Thank you, man. Thank you. Craig, a day one from the Star Report. I've got about 25 shows with Craig just blacking out, and those shows are on private. The shows are on private. Clearly not for today's community guidelines. Hold on a second. On the screen, guys, I have to switch up a new sponsor. YouTube.com/7Devious. That's Devious J. Jay, if you're out there, you want to call in, holler at me. Devious J, okay? I appreciate your support. Hold on, guys. Okay. And I got an email here from, hold on. Oh. This is from someone who's related to that Italian animal who's on her deathbed, the one that hates my guts. Okay, so she's almost out of here. Okay. Look at God. Look at God, huh? That's God's work. Judah says for the old queen, TD Jakes, #per. Judah, you already know. You saw the clip, yes? Folks, I'm going to go back. Just give me a second because that still bothers me, Judah. Thank you for your donation. Bishop TD Jakes sitting there with Denzel Washington talking about Will Smith smacking fire out of Chris Rock. And Bishop TD Jakes, he had on some old fly-ass custom-made Italian boots. He's sitting there telling Denzel, what happened? We want to know. What happened? I said, look at this big zesty nigga. The bishop with the bullshit. Judah, what is that video up to now? I'm sure it's like up to 5 million views, huh? Bishop TD Jakes, cloud chasing, old zesty. Let's go to area code 209. Good evening, drug lord
up,
Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. granted state parole, released to the feds. 209.
What's up? What's up, old nigga?
Hey, man, what's cracking, young nigga?
Not much chilling. Just got off of a date with my girl, getting pizza for her family.
Is this Randy?
Up the mountain.
Is this Randy?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Randy, good to hear from you, man. Talk your talk. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Who we getting at today?
Well, I'm sure Fat Cat is before your time. He's in his early 60s, but he's being released.
Nah.
Do you know the name Fat Cat? Nah? Okay, don't worry about that. Wiz Khalifa and Gilly the Kid going at it. You up to speed?
That's a good one. Gilly, he's just being an old nigga showing his age. After a certain while, old niggas that want to stay relevant and young, they show their age by hating on young niggas.
That's a
No
fact.
young niggas worried about Wiz wearing underwears at the gym, bro. That's normal. You doing MMA. You do MMA in your underwears when you wrestle is normal.
Right.
Now, Gilly, he practices boxing, so he's not accustomed to that type of form of martial arts.
Right.
And him playing with Wiz, talking about he want to see him, he don't want those type of problems. If you saw Snoop Dogg doing flying kicks and shit, just one day of training with Wiz. So Wiz has years, I think like 3 to 4 years training in the martial arts.
Okay.
He will get put in a chokehold and he'll break a bone. And when you're older, it's much, much, much more harder to heal. It's not like getting rocked to sleep. A person like Wiz will do many different positions on him, and he'll wake up in a coma like, oh, snap. That's broken and that's broken. And Wiz just going to smoke a joint on Twitter like, yeah, Dave, I do.
Hang on a second, Randy. I want to respond to what you just said. You're spitting facts. Thus the reason why I am still the objective hater. But in terms of, just hating on younger people, I don't do that because I know I'll look crazy. I don't even respond to people when they take shots at me. Just like I wish you well. I hope you last a quarter of how long I've lasted. And most of them, they won't. So I look at them and say, I'm not going to fire back because I'll look crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah. And look, and when young folks go at old folks, we're just punching up, because we don't know no better. We're fuck nuts,
Yeah.
We don't know no better. We haven't been popped in our shit enough times to, know to shut the fuck up.
Right.
But when you are old head, so you should know better than not to mess with us young folks, because just how we don't know no better, we will leave your ass on the pavement, go smoke a cigarette and go smoke a blunt and be like, yo, that old head was wild.
Right.
And won't even think about it the next morning. We'll be laying in bed with our girl. We'll still perform.
Right.
We'll make a baby. Not even think about it, We'll kiss our mom on the cheek, wish her good night.
You spitting facts.
Go play Xbox right after we lay an old nigga down, and it'll be another day in the hood for us.
Yeah.
That's why you said something good.
I saw a young nigga drop an older guy on, that was a YouTube, must have been 2 weeks ago, and his friend passed him a bag of hot Cheetos, and he just continued eating the hot Cheetos, and the old nigga was down there just like his equilibrium was fucked up.
Yo, Star, business as usual. Business as usual. And you know what?
Talk.
You know what the young boy gonna tell the old head? You shouldn't have played with me. You shouldn't have played with me.
Right.
You see how sometimes people on the nigga and they're in shock when they get that nigga? That's what Gilly is gonna be on. And then he's trying to use these corny analogies of, I ain't trying to see it, bro. Just like you, Star, when you didn't want to see that whatever female on your timeline, just unfollow it. You don't have to make it.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it public news.
Yeah.
That's when you're going out your way and being an old head or old corny washed up dude.
Right.
And
Right.
Whenever you're,
I don't say names. If I got a problem with you, I'm not saying your name. I know where that's gonna lead to. But good, you were saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a back and forth. And Wiz right now is winning in life. Gilly is bothered because he's reading the comments. Old heads will say, oh, no, I don't let it bother me, but it bothers you. If you're on social media, you do have an ego, and you do have some type of emotions to your image. And whatever people say, even though it's me up in the mountains in California, if I call you a hater, you're going to feel that in your soul when you read that comment. Because you're out here in the public perception, and you want people to think that you're cool and relevant. That's
Right,
why
right.
Gilly is fucking. However old he is, still smoking backwards. Like my nigga
shit.
better.
Oh, okay, hang on, Randy. Hang on. Listen, you got to keep me up to speed. Do you think they're gonna possibly do some type of charity boxing event at this point? That would be fire.
Because
That'd be fire.
look, I'm gonna break it down to you.
Come on.
Wallow also trained in karate. He's gonna have Wallow show him at 2 minutes of Wiz Khalifa rising from the floor and breaking on his sweat for at least 2 hours. And
Randy, your phone's going in and out. Please make the adjustments. I want to hear you.
Oh, my bad. I'm in the mountains, bro. I'm gonna step outside here, babe. You know my pin.
Okay,
You know my pin, bro. Yes, that's the pin.
let's go.
Just doing some old school pimping. Yeah. What I was gonna say is, Gilly is gonna do his homework on Wiz and find out that his hands is nothing to play with, and he's gonna come to realize that he doesn't have the stamina to wrestle with someone for 30 minutes. He might have hands and box, but whenever you see a boxer step into the MMA world, he always ends up flat on his ass because a kick or a leg sweep will really fuck you up. And that's nothing to play with when you fall on
With
your...
the exception of Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. Floyd gave Conor that work.
No, but yes, but that worked to Floyd's advantage. But a lot of these boxers ain't Floyd. They don't have the
Right.
defensive IQ.
Right.
Gilly smokes way too much weed and is way too much in the hood, thinking about Little Dirk and all this. Wiz is in his own world. He's made his millions. He's doing wrestling and raising his child. His baby mom is out here doing slut walks. He's at peace.
Oh, my goodness.
He ain't worried about...
Randy, you have spoken facts tonight. You've done enough, man. I appreciate you.
Stay up, man. That's what I called to do.
Stay up, my
Enjoy the
nigga.
rest of your day.
Salute.
Stay up.
Yes, sir. Okay, Randy tapping in. Randy's Dominican from uptown Manhattan, somewhere out in the West now. He allegedly snapped a package and then had to get the fuck out of Dodge, but he's a good dude, man. Folks, on the screen, CaspersAcademy.com. Hang on a second. I know they sent me an email. Do you guys want to call in? Where are you? Casper's Academy. If you are a sponsor, I always want you to feel comfortable calling in. Okay, here we go. Products, service, info. The remedy for writer's block. The premium online writing service, ebooks on business and financial management for millennial hustlers, okay? Exclusive free graphic novel and lo-fi downloads for studying. I love lo-fi music, as you guys know. Okay. CaspersAcademy.com. Anybody else who has different platforms that you want to promote, if I can help you, please reach out to me. There's my email address on the screen. We will send you a marketing deck where you can see the analytics. And, I'm thinking about posting the marketing deck in the community section. I mean, it's public information. I'm not hiding anything. Okay. Hang on a second. I do want to focus tonight, guys, even though this may not be a show with big traffic numbers. Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. Now, I don't know what happened in the 70s in terms of heroin dealers in Queens. I was born and raised in the beautiful suburbs, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. When I moved to New York in 1981, I wanted to be a rock and roll star. I was playing bass guitar, and I wanted to get out of New Jersey. I had a great childhood. My father was very upset that I didn't want to go to college. He and my mother had the money. I chose, hey, I'm going to New York to be a rock and roll star. I moved to Queens, 114-19, 169th Street. 1981, I went to Andrew Jackson High School, the beginning of 82. I went to high school with Jam Master Jay and Hurricane from the Beastie Boys, the DJ from the Beastie Boys. I never met Hurricane, but it was culture shock. I loved it. The finest girl in that school, I remember her name was Toy. She had dark brown skin, had these pom-poms on her head. And I mentioned this on the radio back in 2002, and she actually called Hot 97, and she said, wow, you remembered me. Anyway, what's my point? Why am I rambling? Okay, Queens, pardon me, Queens. Prior to Fat Cat and his team killing the rookie police officer in 1988, Queens was neck and neck, if you ask me, with Manhattan in terms of getting the money. If anybody's in that live chat and you want to chime in or reject what I'm saying, please call in. Prior to 1988, Fat Cat, who was locked up at the time, and when Pappy Mason killed that rookie cop in Southside Jamaica, Queens, who was just sitting in a car, actually. Anyway, this guy who has been released to the feds. He's not on the block, and he won't be on the block in the New York tri-state area, I assure you. If the police catch him walking the streets, I assure you, after 2026 in New York, the New York tri-state area, they will take him and beat him half to death. I just want to say that, all right? Thank you, Blade. I got your link. Yeah, I know, the new Alpo documentary. I'm not interested in that. King, I got your donation. What that dumb in the can talking about? Young, question mark. Wiz 34. Okay. I like Wiz, good guy. Yes, guys, I know about T.I. getting booed. That's not my topic tonight. I want to talk about this New York drug kingpin. I'm not going to say drug lord because his run wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. He was in the penitentiary when a lot of shit was popping off. He was ordering hits from behind bars, okay? Ricky Rick tapping in. Gil is 37 and Will is 34. Same age. Gil will KO Wiz. Okay. I think we want to see this. You know, keep me up to speed, Ricky Rick and others, if they do agree to some type of charity event. That would be hot. That would be fucking hot, okay? Guys, also, before I take more calls, please take notice to www.lovethecommunity.com. I say again, www.lovethecommunity.com. I've got their hats and their merch, and they are one of my sponsors. Good evening, 404. You there? Good evening, 404.
Hey, Star, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing good. Fan of the show. I wanted to touch base with you about the Fat Cat situation.
Yeah, man. Are you from the New York tri-state area, or where you from, sir?
Yeah, I'm from Queens. I'm from the Far Rockaway area.
Oh, let's talk. Let's talk. Take the floor, my nigga. Take it slow. Let's go. Let's go.
I wanted to touch base. Well, Cat, he did his time. He's not released yet, and I think 37 years. Is long enough. He got another 4 more. Let him do his time to the fair. He come home and live his life. He's an old man now. He did a lot of damage to the city. But, when you live in that type of life, so that type of stuff happens.
Come home where, sir? In New York? Come home where?
Well, when I mean come home, he's being released to the feds, but he has another 4 years. So he does his time to the feds. He'd come back home to New York, yeah.
Now, you and I know New York. Patrick Lynch and the police are not going to let that nigga back in New York. He will be food. He's going to have to go to Wyoming, Nebraska, Utah. He's not coming home back to New York.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so it'll probably be in the witness protection.
If he does all of his time, you know, I mean, I guess it's not really required that he be in witness protection, but I don't think he would come to New York. I think he would be stupid. Have you seen him? He's very thin now. He looks like an older, frail man. Some would say he's in shape, healthy. You know, I don't know. Go ahead.
Right. He has been. I have seen some pictures, and he has toned up. Son lost a lot of weight, and he's looked a lot older. Now, he's in his 60s, so he's an older guy now.
Yeah.
You know.
He can't get to the pastries, the ring dings, and the yodels, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning. He can't get to that shit.
Right. Right. But I just, you know, that with Cat, he's a guy that I've been hearing about since I was a little kid.
Okay.
Especially in Queens and Jamaica and the Rockaway area. His name rung bells heavy.
Yeah.
You know, him along with his other crews and stuff like that.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay. Now, don't get it twisted. You know, I was in those streets, and I'm not shitting on those guys because I ran with a lot of those guys, and I have genuine respect for a lot of the get money type of cats. I used to be up in the Encore, coked out. You ever heard of the Encore?
No, I'm not familiar with them.
Manhattan proper, does that ring a bell? These are like older Queens hangouts.
That rings a bell a little bit.
Yeah. So I could appreciate a nigga getting money, you know, wheeling and dealing, and you know, when you say he did his time, I mean, a cop was killed. In some states, that's a capital murder. So you think he should be allowed? He should be allowed back on the streets?
Well, let me touch base with that. Now, he wasn't the guy that put the order out on that. Now, somebody that was affiliated.
Pappy Mason did the work.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right, Pappy. But Cat never gave the order to Pappy. Pappy just did that on himself. You know, so I think that the confusion for some is that's where it's at, because Cat never gave that hit. That was a Pappy Mason thing. You know, with Pappy Mason being affiliated with Cat, they just put the two together that, you know, Cat has something to do with it. Now, he did put the hit out on his parole officer, Brian Rooney, back in 85.
Right.
And he played guilty.
And one of his baby's mamas, if memory serves me correctly. His baby's mama. Damn.
Right. Well, you know, she's stealing money. They don't justify it, but, you talking about the Wild Wild West of the 80s, you know, you stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, that type of stuff can happen.
I'm in no rush, man. Talk your talk. You're from Queens. Talk your talk, man.
Right. So, no, I'm just saying it's basically, you know, it's interesting that he's going to be released. You know, 37 years is a long time. I just know as a kid, his name rung bells.
Yeah.
When you talk about top Queens cats, you know, Fat Cat is probably number one, along with the other names like Tommy
Supreme, Black Just.
Right. You know, all those dudes. And then I also heard you talking about, you know, Queens was right up there with Manhattan as far as getting money. I would definitely have to agree with that, you know, because, you know, the Southside Jamaica area.
Yeah, prior to I didn't mean to cut you off. Prior to 1988, man, I mean, Queens had the beautiful girls raised in houses, you know. I mean, of course, the Manhattan girls were really, really flying jiggy, you know, and all that sort of jazz. But Queens was right there, neck and neck. I was back and forth, man, and again, after 88, you couldn't even buy coke in Queens. It became so much heat, so much pressure. You had to go either out to Edgemere Projects, Redfern, fucking Left Rack City. You could not go anywhere near Baisley or 40 to buy coke, or you would be beat half to death by NYPD. Go ahead.
Well, that incident with the police, you you brought in the TNT stuff and the cops jumping out on you on Tuesday and Thursdays and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It changed, like you said, it changed a lot of things. And TNT Task Force was one of them, where they would just jump out on you, you know, and just randomly search you. You know, that was common in the late 80s and 90s. When I was a teenager, TNT, they were jumping out on you.
Yeah. In the mid 80s, they used to call them the Jump Out Boys. Jump Out Boys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to touch base on that. It's good to hear that. Well, I don't want to say good, but I think he did enough time. He served his time.
Okay.
And hopefully, he can live the rest of his life in peace.
Hey, man, I thank you for the call, man. Salute. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay. All right. Queens tapping in. If you're from Queens, I'm gonna let you talk. Don't follow my lead. Star's a fucking certified rat snitch. Troll babies, is Bullets Gotti still putting his Mac down on Clubhouse? I should send some of my paperwork to Bullets Gotti. Troll babies, is Bullets Gotti still that nigga on Clubhouse? The New American Dream, I got your donation. George Bush Sr. dropped the hammer after the killing of Edward Burns. That's a fact, yeah. I should send some of my paperwork to Bullets Gotti, man. Allegedly starring Larry Davis. We're associates. I'm holding all of this for my documentary. I'm not just going to be blurting shit out on fucking YouTube. But I got paperwork, I saw the same judge a month before Larry Davis did. They had me jammed the fuck up. I said, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Shakur, peace, Shakur. Big nigga, Queens history. Kick it. Okay, you tapping in, sir? You calling in? Oh, man, I used to be up in the Encore, geeked up, Geeked up off the fish scale. The Manhattan proper. Ooh, shit. I'm going too far back for some of you, I know. Joe, I get your donation. Hold on a second. Fat Cat, another Alpo pack, if he dare come to New York. I would have to agree with you. And I think that the NYPD would split his fucking wig with no hesitation. Fat Cat. With no hesitation. His goofy ass better head on down to New Mexico or someplace else. He will not be treated with any type of respect in New York. Like Alpo used to get a pass. Let's go to area code 718. Good evening, 718. Fat Cat coming, well, not coming home, but released to the Fed. 718, pick it up.
What's going on, Star?
Peace, beloved. 718, you from Brooklyn?
Peace to the God.
Peace.
This is Shakur.
Peace, Shakur. How are you, sir? Peace.
This is the homeless shelter Muslim. I kicked it with you probably a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Dealing with the homeless shelters and stuff.
Thank you for your support, sir. Remember. It's okay. Take the floor, sir. You have the floor. Go ahead.
All right. So listen, I'm with you with the Gray Door, the Encore, Fantasia.
Ooh.
We talking about Blondies up on Jamaica Avenue.
Yeah.
We talking what you want to talk. I ran with Joe, Bimmy, Friezo,
Red Lobster down at Valley Stream.
Yes, bro. And the crazy part about it, this is why I mess with you, because I hope somebody do a documentary, because Queens, like you said, was right up there with Harlem.
Yeah.
And until that dumb fuckboy shit happened with the parole officer getting killed, we was getting money. I was right out there on the block on 109 and God Brew, which we used to call New York Boulevard, slinging that shit, smoking Woolers, drinking 40 ounces, running up and down the streets on the ski slopes. And I will have to say that that Fat Cat is part of the Rat Pack. He gave up niggas just like Frank Lucas in order to get that time, or he'd been going for the rest of his life.
Just like Star. Star. Just like Star.
Yo, listen, I went to Martin Van Buren.
Okay.
Andrew, and the school you went to was notorious. Dudes didn't want to go to Andrew Jackson because they get they joints punched in their snot box because they was. You remember that the undercover detective that was found stuffed in the locker? That was Andrew Jackson.
Hang on a second. Hang on. We're gonna talk Queens. We're gonna talk Queens. I used to catch the N4 bus from American Linden.
Yes.
Down to Andrew Jackson High School. And sometimes when the bus was too packed, there was an old boxer named Hurricane. He drove an old dusty station wagon. We used to pile in the fucking station wagon to go down to Andrew Jackson. I was there, my nigga. I was there. Go ahead.
And that's what I'm saying. And even though Fifth, and I know Fifth, he's my dude.
Good nigga.
Represents Southside. People really do not understand that the different cities from 40, Baisley, Rochdale, Hollis, Jamaica Avenue. When we go shop at VIM, remember Mr. Lee's?
Yeah.
You used to go up at Mr. Lee's, Rebel Knox with the British Walkers and the Clarks and stuff like that, and going up to the Jamaica Roller Dome. That was all us, bro. That was all us.
Whoa. Jamaica Roller Dome. You took it back. Now, Jamaica Roller Dome was popping before, what was that other roller skating ring they had? Lacey's?
The Empire?
No, I was in Empire, Jamaica Roller Dome, but it was Lacey's or something like that. Lacey's, some other fucking roller skating ring. I didn't go there too often, but Jamaica Roller Dome, that was like early 80s. Damn.
That's right. It's right around the corner from Margarita's.
Wow, okay.
Right around the corner from Margarita's Pizza Spot.
We talking Queens. Let's go.
Yeah. And I will have to say, man, he wouldn't be able to come back because there'd definitely be a hit on him because that thing on our June, that should have never happened. Troy Scott and them smoking crack up in the basement, blowing his top off, and all of that, man. It's just so crazy. And the thing about it, right? When I used to go to Rikers Island, and when they used to say Brooklyn in the house, anytime they ask me where I'm from, I'm South Side, bro. I'm from Queens, but a certain section. Yeah. This ain't Howard Beach. This ain't Forest Hills. This is South Side. And I reps it all day. Listen, I'm 56 years old. I'm 56 years old right now, right?
Wow.
My girl is African, and my girl is African. She'd be like, so what? She said, why are you always talking about South Side? Because you wouldn't know, because we outside.
Yeah.
We remember Rat and Monkey throwing the block parties at 40 Project?
Listen. I remember LFM off of Fox Boulevard.
That's my dude.
Okay.
I'm part of them.
Junior, his nephew, Fonz. Come on, nigga. I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Folks, we talking South Side. Just give us a minute. We talking South Side. Yeah, I had family on Lakewood. My West Indian family on Lakewood Avenue.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. And you know what's up? I don't know what you had said, because I've been following you for a minute.
Okay.
And I didn't know you had what you going on until probably since COVID time. But once I heard you say that, and I hear how you rep and how you said I'm a respectable old nigga. See, we don't look our age. Even though you got that little gray in your beard, we're looking late 30s, early 40s. And our maturity age, we in that era that we fly old niggas. That's the reason why. This is the reason why your joint is going, and that's the reason why your algorithm got the youngins. And I'm the same way in the shelter system.
Okay.
The youngins are attracted to me,
right?
Because we are the OGs that used to be the OGs back in the 70s,
right?
Back in the early 80s,
right?
We would fly. We would kick it. We kick it to the youngins, and we was none of the dumb shit. And the thing I think I connect with you is that if I would have stopped the dumb crap earlier, I would be farther in my life. I didn't stop doing it until I caught that 7 to 14 over the Rockefeller law. But I will tell you that South Side and that Fat Cat era, until they killed that cop, because I was selling out of a I'm telling on myself now.
Yeah.
I was selling it out of a candy store with Mr. Woods and Country in them.
Oh wow. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
And like I said before, you know,
I may have ratted on you. Take it easy. Listen. It's no secret. I wasn't scared of the penitentiary. I just didn't have time to go, man. The fish scale was too good.
I like that.
The fish scale was too good. They jammed me up a few times, and I just said, I got to get back on the block. I got no time to go up north. I can't do it.
Yo, listen.
I can't do it.
That might be part of your next. Yo, listen, Star. That might be part of your next movie. I wasn't scared to go to the penitentiary.
That is my reason. I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time.
And it's great. It is. You know what's so crazy? I could have been a CO. My friend, you remember when they was taking COs straight out of high school?
Yes.
My friend was telling me to become a CO in 82. 82. Right now, he's retired, got his own security company.
Got a pension.
Got condos up and down the East Coast.
He got a pension.
And that's why I always, the salute.
Yeah.
But I will say this, because I know you got to take more callers. I will say this, that Fat Cat can't come around the way. If he comes around the way, he can't be on that shit that Preem was on. No. Like Jay-Z said.
NYPD will pop his top within less than a week. He will get hit in the chest by a sharpshooter like Alpo. Hey, man, good to talk to you.
They named. Yo, listen, I know you got to go, man. Yo, listen, man. I'm not your brother, but I'm saying, I'm sipping on that Douce.
Peace.
Drinking that Modelo.
Peace.
And I'm wood grain gripping just like you.
Peace. Thank you, man. Salute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Peace. Okay. Man, he took me back. Holy shit. Jamaica Roller Dome. Fuck. Folks, give me a second. I'm coming to Cash App Super Chat. Guys, if you appreciate the show, at the top of the live chat, there's a box. Your donations are tax-free. Hold on a second. And tax deductible. TJ, I got your donation. Give me a second, TJ. I see you. Fat is a legend. My uncle went to Rikers 6 times that week because the block was hot on Suffin and 155. Yeah, man. He fucked up everything, Fat Cat. He's a dumb fuck. Prior to him doing that, Pappy Mason doing that dumb shit, I could get credit on coke in Queens. We could beat people. Allegedly, in Times Square. Take the jewelry out to Queens as opposed to uptown because you couldn't get top dollar uptown. You know, you go out to Queens. Get on the fucking E train or the F. Go out to Queens. Put the shit on the scale. Go see my man dance at 40 Projects. Get some fish scale. Go right in 40 Projects over there by the basketball court, sitting on the benches. Bing, 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 bing. Shit was lit. But when they killed the cop, everything changed. Guys, on the screen, please make sure you visit my sponsor, YomiCollectibles.com, www.YomiCollectibles.com. And KB will be calling in this week, hold on a second, to talk about Yomi Collectibles, and he's got a track called Godson. Where is his email? Everybody, hold on. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Godson. Let me put the link in the live chat right now. The track is called Godson. Folks, can you please go to KB's YouTube channel? There's the link. And leave an honest opinion on this track called Godson. I'm putting the link in the live chat, okay? I'm spamming my live chat. Okay. Africa tapping in via PayPal. Star, I'm disappointed in you. You have let the mammies run you out of Georgia. We don't bend, we don't fold. We never show weakness to the mammy. The mammies are not running me out of Georgia. I actually enjoy the interaction, the exchange with the mammies. I enjoy it. No, I'm just tired of seeing New York niggas in Georgia. I'm tired of seeing niggas from New York in their 50s in Georgia trying to find whatever they're trying to find, you know, trying to jumpstart their lives again. Mammies are not running me out of Georgia. There's going to be mammies in Florida. That I assure you. But I'm going to Florida to get a small piece of property on the beach, and I'm going to put a trailer, maybe a double wide, right on the fucking beach. And as I said, if a tropical storm blows that motherfucker away, who gives a fuck? I want to wake up and look at the goddamn ocean every day. But thank you for your donation. Big Nigga 22 got your donation. Hey, my beloved brother, what are the topics for tonight? You mind if I call in about T.I. and that comedian bitch? Please do, sir. Please call in. I've got time. Thank you for your donation, Big Nigga 22. Hustle tapping in. Last year, Cardi B was having interviews with Joe Biden, being the voice for black people. Now she's in the hood promoting drill music. Disgusting. Shaking my fucking head. Hey, man, listen, even though Tasha K, that's my people's, we have to respect what Cardi B is bringing to the game, you know? I will never put Cardi B over Nicki Minaj. That I won't do. But she's doing the damn thing. You know, we have to respect the jokes. Let's go to area code 747. Talking about this dumb fuck, Fat Cat. Released to the feds for parole. Good evening, 747.
Big nigga, it's your boy, Kensu Kaku.
Yes, sir. Good evening,
man. Out here in L.A., you know what to do, man.
Good to hear from you. Yes, sir. Salute.
Man, likewise, man. I'm gonna say something quick about Fat Cat.
Take your time.
Because I'm from Michigan, Midwest, but I know some people from the Queens area. And I had chopped it up with some people, and one of the girls I used to date back in the day, older lady,
okay.
I got to be respectful of her, okay. Older woman. She used to get that powder from the boy, and she said, and like what you've been saying, that whole situation messed up the whole market.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
You know, and she said she was going everywhere. You know. Almost got robbed a couple times. Whatever the case is, I can't speak much on facts.
Sir, I was robbed in Left Rack City trying to buy coke because no, I'm dead ass because 1989 because I could no longer buy coke in Queens because of this dumb fuck Fat Cat and Pappy Mason. I had to go. Well, I went to Left Rack City. I got robbed, and I said, enough of this shit. But go ahead. You're saying go ahead.
Yeah. No. Sometimes it's those moments is when it's enough. Like I remember one time you were talking about you had a dream, and you said you thought you relapsed. You said you woke up and said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Those moments is when it's like, you know what, enough's enough. And I remember she told me that too. So I because I'm not from New York, I know people out there, but I'm not there. So okay. I can't speak on something I don't know. But I will speak on, if I can, the Wiz Khalifa and the Gilly the Kid situation.
Please, go ahead.
Now, Wiz is a person I've met personally, and it's funny, I didn't even know who he was when I met him. When I used to work at DJ Ski's, it's now Dash Radio, but it used to be called Ski Lodge. Him, Chevy Woods, and what's the camera guy? Will.
Okay.
They came and recorded some music, and I didn't even know who he was. You know, I'm just like, who the hell is smoking weed in the studio? Because I was in charge of making sure nobody smoked in the studio unless they were A-listers. And he's a cool guy. But I had a chance to kind of look at the interaction between Gilly and Wiz.
Okay.
And as a person who has done martial arts and done a lot of the physical training, I'm rolling with Gilly on this one. Because that only for one reason.
Come on.
Nobody wants to see that on Instagram. Let me watch my language. Sorry, nobody wants to see that stuff on. Nobody wants to involuntarily see your package. I don't care what martial arts you do or whatever you do. Nobody wants to just click.
Sir, this is an LGBTQ plus compliant show. You can say nigga all day. You can use profanity, but just be careful going down the path of talking about Wiz Khalifa's package. Go ahead.
Okay. Pause. Hell of pause. Major pause. Respectfully. But, don't nobody want to just be scrolling down IG and it's right there. You know what I'm saying? And now the interesting thing, I don't know. I wouldn't say Wiz got it deleted. I would say that because of the person who's been shadow banned from just teaching what I teach with a lot of, we've talked about this, the metaphysical and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I've been shadow banned. I can't, if I go live on IG and log into my computer, it doesn't even show I'm live.
Yeah.
So I have to send notifications personally or schedule a live.
Sounds like you talking crazy about the Holocaust. Slow it down.
Yeah,
Slow it down.
Crazy about everything.
Slow it down. Go ahead.
You know. So, with that being said, Gilly has a lot of traction, and he does these videos every day, and it's comical, but it's also real life stuff. And I think that sometimes the algorithm will notice how much traction you get.
Yeah.
And then if you getting too much traction and you say something about somebody or that nature, all you need is one person out their team or somebody with enough clout or enough pull within that team. Yeah. The Instagram, I don't know what to call them, but I'm gonna just call them the Instagram mammies. The mammies of Instagram.
Shit.
The mammies of Instagram.
Okay.
Who find your page and delete your ass.
Yeah.
They will figure that out. And I think that Gilly, with $1 million a game and all the stuff he does, he's causing so much traction that one small comment or one small statement that he made it such a big thing. And I mean, if I'm Wiz, first off, I would have never said nothing. I would have.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on.
Yes, sir.
Wiz had to respond because Wiz is from Pennsylvania. Gilly's from Pennsylvania. I was a slumlord in Pennsylvania for 26 years. Pennsylvania niggas don't just take a chin shack and let that shit ride. No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
I feel
no, sir. Going back to the days of the black mafia, hilltop hustlers, Pennsylvania niggas don't just take a chin check and let that shit ride. So Wiz responded. He responded. Gilly's page got deleted. Let's keep it real. Would you like to see a charity boxing event between Wiz Khalifa and Gilly Duckhead?
Nigga, can I sponsor it? I'm broke, but I help.
I'm right behind you. I'll be the commentator. You set it up.
Let's go.
I'll fly up to Philly. Let's go.
Because that's how I feel. I mean, I've done martial arts since I was a kid, and I'm from Flint, Michigan. We always handle things either if you can't handle it with the communication with your mouth, you put your hands up.
Yeah.
Pause. So at the end of the day, I think Wiz would give that nigga work. Wiz been trying. I know people around. I'm very familiar with his camp. His manager, Nady, is my dog. His manager is my dog. Like literally. So I know he's been training. He's been doing the Muay Thai and things of that nature. So I think he'd get that nigga Gilly some work. I saw Gilly do the boxing, And I'm looking at him like, nigga, you gassed. Because somebody like me, I'll let you hit me with all the stuff you got, just because I see you gassed. And that's what I think would happen.
Sir, can I ask you, hold on a second, because, see, you got me thinking now. I'm a thinking nigga. Can you reach out to my homie, Damon Feldman?
The Feldman. Yeah.
That's my guy. Reach out to Damon Feldman and say, hey, man, Star, your old associate, wants to be the commentator for Gilly versus Wiz Khalifa. I was the commentator, me and Loose Cannon, for, oh, God, who was it? Big Brody versus Tyrone. You know, Tyrone, who always goes around and slaps a cigarette out of people's hands. Holler at Damon Feldman.
Style.
Let's set this up. Long story short, okay?
Okay. Let's do that. I got your email. I'm going to shoot you an email.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make that work.
Let's go. Thank you for your call,
you know
man.
how we do. Big
Thank
guy.
you. Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
man. Take care, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm not your brother, but thank you. Troll babies, can somebody holler at Damon Feldman and tell him Star is reaching out? Let's set this up, man. Gilly versus Wiz Khalifa, man. Let's get this shit cracking, man. Let's see what it is, huh? Let's see what it is, man. Gilly always, you know, working out. Wiz Khalifa with the fucking Muay Thai. Let's get this shit lit. Blade, I got your donation via Cash App. Blade says Star was constantly trying to beat people on drugs back in the day. That's why the Colombians put that rope around his fucking neck. I've told that story before, Blade. Thank you so much for reminding me. Yeah. Thank you, Blade. Morehouse Entertainment. He's Muslim and drinking. Star, your caller is Muslim and drinking. Do say during Ramadan. What the fuck? Hey, man. What can I say? Yo, that was a good call with the guy from Southside. Man, he reminded me of the niggas on Foch. Those niggas were a problem. Anybody from Southside Queens know about niggas down on Foch Boulevard? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Ahmad, peace. Ahmad, he says, salute to niggas named Cletus with zip guns. Oh, my God, you're going too far back. Morehouse Entertainment. Yo, your man from Southside said the youngins are attracted to him. Pause. Yeah, I heard that. Hey, Toy. Toy from Queens. Queens, get the money. Thank you, Toy. Which Toy are you? There was a girl, I hate to keep saying this. Man, she was fine as fucking shit. Dark brown skin. Class of 82, Andrew Jackson. I was hanging with a guy named Money. He had an afro and he had a name belt. It said Money. Andrew Jackson. Thank you, Toy, for your donation, darling. Thank you so much. Fucking Blade. Blade says, Star impersonated the Jump Out Boys many a time. Thank you, Blade. Blade also says, Star saw Alpo outside the burger joint, started hating, and then went straight to a payphone to make a call to his Fed handler. Nigga was doing surveillance on Poe. Nah, I didn't know who they were at that time. And I said, what the fuck is this? I just want a goddamn burger with the fucking fried onions and the tomatoes. What is this nigga shit going on? Willie Burger, Gangsta of Love tapping in. Check out Gangsta of Love's Suburban Legend. Thank you, Gangsta of Love, for your support as always. And guys, go to Gangsta, Gangsta of Love, Love. Or is it LUV? You're spelling it two different ways. Can you send me a link, Gangsta of Love, so I can post that in the live chat? Okay, thank you. Hey, Linda. Tasha is messy, and last night T.I. got flamed in BK. Thank you for your donation, Linda. Linda, aren't we all messy? Aren't we all messy? Black people love the mess. Let's keep it real. Yeah, and T.I., from what I saw, got flamed in Brooklyn at the... what is that arena called? I forget. Oh, God, hold on a second. Where is it where the Brooklyn Nets play? Hold on. The Barclays Center. Yeah. Well, truthfully, Linda, I mean, I appreciate your donation. The Barclays Center is just a bunch of Aggie New York people, you know? Never satisfied, ungrateful. And they have to pay a minimum of $80 to park if you drive anywhere within half a mile around that fucking Barclays Center. So those people who are in there are just Aggie. I think a beer is $22. I don't know how much a fucking beer is. I forget. So no matter what T.I. said, they were just going to hate. But thank you for your donation, darling, all right? Thomas, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Star, can I call in? This is TJ, the blonde. Yeah, what number you calling from, homie? Hold on a second. I think Florida Boy Jay gave you that work last time, right? What area code are you calling from? Florida Boy Jay just went in on you. That was crazy. Okay, I just sent you an email. Tell me what area code you're calling in from. Edward, I got your donation. This Edward Burns. Fuck that nigga. Oh, you're impersonating the cop. That's, ooh, Jesus, all right, thank you. And hey, Toy, got some info on the Queens niggas. Where is Toy? Hey, Toy, good evening. Thank you for your donation, darling. How are you? Toy.
Pretty good.
What's cracking, baby?
Pretty good, Star.
Good to hear from you. Let's get to it.
First of all, them Queens niggas, they was always about that action.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
But they always went to Harlem to look for a broad.
Okay. Are you from Harlem? Where you from, darling?
I'm from Harlem.
Okay. Can you give
They talk about...
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
Can you give us two streets that cross? Harlem where?
12th Street.
112th Street?
Yes, Fritz.
Okay. Go ahead.
They always went to Harlem to look for a broad. But they don't talk about the Ronnie Bumps. And the thing is, with them Queens dudes, that lineage go back to the 40s and 50s. Ronnie Bump and all of that.
Okay. You know your history.
And
You know your history.
none of them live there no more. Mm-hmm. They mamas grew up together.
Okay.
They kids find each other on Instagram. It's different.
Damn, you said the 40s. You really know your history. Keep talking.
I'm telling you. My uncle is 90 years old. I never forget, my son was boxing. He asked me, he said, he live in Vegas. He said, oh, what he doing? I said, he boxing. He said, well, who trained him? I said, oh, you wouldn't know. I said, oh, his name Yaya. He said, I know Yaya. I know his daddy.
Okay. Can I ask what year you were born respectfully? What year were you born?
73.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something else. I need you to take a deep breath.
Go ahead.
My sister used to work with Phoebe.
CB at Atlantic Records.
No, Phoebe that used to work at New York Dolls.
That sounds familiar. Phoebe.
You beat her up.
Did I?
And then you bought her a condo and a car.
I beat up Phoebe?
Yes, the stripper.
Why do you say that I beat her up? Or did I give her a tune-up? There's a difference. Go ahead.
Whatever you did. I don't know.
I'm not hanging up. Take your time, goddamn. Let's talk.
You know what's the funniest shit in the world, though?
Now, hang on. Let's go back to Phoebe. Did I put hands on her? Did she put hands on me?
Hands and feet.
Okay.
Hands and feet. And
Okay.
then you bought her a condo and a car.
I didn't buy her a condo.
You put her in the hospital.
No, baby. Baby, never mind the hospital. I have never in my life bought a bitch a condo. You got me all the way fucked up. Now, I may have given someone a tune-up.
Well, you did that, definitely.
Okay. Phoebe, where is Phoebe from? Where's she from?
I don't know, but she used to work at New York Dolls down there on Murray Street.
I know the place.
Exactly.
Was she a defiant bitch? Let's keep it real. Let's talk. I ain't running. Was she defiant?
I don't know. I don't know.
You brought her
However
up.
you do your thing, that's on you.
No.
All I know was...
Hang on. You brought her up. Did she come home and say, I didn't make no money, knowing good and goddamn well, I was on the powder?
All I know was the story I got was you was on the radio at the time down there in Manhattan.
No, baby. I wasn't on the powder. I was on the radio. I was drinking. I wasn't on the powder.
Well, whatever you was doing, they said you beat her up, and then you bought a condo after that.
Stop. This bitch capping. I got time for the bullshit. Now, hang on a second. Phoebe, New York Dolls. That may have been in the That may have been in the 80s.
90s.
No. Okay, well, I stopped doing coke in 91.
Okay, well, maybe it might have been 90.
Okay, it may have been 90. Now, let's go back. Let's talk that real talk. If she came home saying, I ain't make no money, knowing good goddamn well I need a hit, that was grounds for an uppercut. A Tyson blow.
Star.
I'm here. I ain't running.
I'm from Harlem. That kind of talk would never, I don't even understand. That's foreign.
Okay. I appreciate you, baby. You spent Skrilla. I fuck with you heavy. Anything else you want to say?
No. And because guess what? I'm from Harlem.
Okay.
And all I fuck with Brooklyn dudes. And all I fuck with is Brooklyn dudes.
Folks, that's that powder. Pay attention. That's that powder.
You know why?
Go ahead. Come on.
They'll put a gun in a nigga face,
oh.
but they be vulnerable with their woman.
Whoa. Say that again. What you say?
They'll put a gun in a nigga face, but they'll be vulnerable with their woman.
Okay. I thought you said you put a gun in a nigga's face.
Oh, no. I'm from Harlem. I'm a lady.
Okay. Now, can I ask you a question since you tried to put me out there? Can I ask you a question?
I'm listening.
Okay. Were you getting money up in the GOAT? You up in the GOAT?
That's pedestrian.
Yeah. Sound like you were up in the GOAT. Tell everybody what the GOAT was.
I would never. The GOAT, was that up in the Bronx with the black bitches? And
you know where the GOAT was. You know where the GOAT was, huh?
Listen, did you hear what I said?
I heard you.
Did you hear what I said? Queens niggas? I said Queens niggas. I said Ronnie Bunk. That can be in the same conversation.
Toy. I fuck with you heavy, baby. You sent in Skrilla. Were you up in the GOAT getting money, up in the stalls in the back?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
That's beneath me.
I appreciate you, baby. And if you find yourself in the Atlanta metro area, holler at me for
I'm
old
in
times.
Atlanta.
So what's up?
I'm in Atlanta.
Hold on. You ain't said nothing, goddamn. Let me put my email address on the screen. There you go. There you go.
And
so,
guess what?
Holler at me. Let's stop playing.
I will. Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. Anybody know what I'm talking about? The goat up in the Bronx? Lord have mercy, huh? Sound like she was getting money back in the days. The goat. Folks, in case you're just now joining the show, we have been talking reckless for the last hour and a half about Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols. Drug runner. I'm not calling him a drug lord. There's a difference between a drug lord, a drug runner. I'll call him a kingpin. He was a drug kingpin. His reign was not that long. I don't even think he was on, out in the world for 5 years, really reaping the benefits of, his labor. He was a kingpin. He put hits on people. I don't even know if he himself killed anybody. He may have just been, another Charles Manson type, Charles Manson used to give orders. Charles Manson said, and I quote, "When I say do it, it gets done. If it don't get done, then I'll move on it." And that's the last thing in the world you want me to do. Charles Manson said that. But he himself never stabbed nor shot anybody. Hold on a second, guys. A few more cash apps, some calls. Okay, hold on a second. 757. Where are you? 757. Good evening. You sent in a donation. 757. You have the floor.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
It's me, TJ, man, the blind comedian, back again.
Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Where you been, man?
Man, I've been doing good, Star. I got a channel now. Do you mind if I promote it?
Go ahead,
My
please.
YouTube channel.
Go ahead.
It's TJ, the Blind Comedian Entertainment. I'm trying to get my views up, Star.
Okay. Well, listen, man, you need to become a sponsor. I need to get you on the line here, maybe twice a week. Last time you called in, Florida Boy Jay came at your neck hard. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Them Florida niggas don't give a fuck. and then you and I spoke, and you said, "Yeah, man, I'll get back to you." You felt some type of way about that, yeah?
Oh no, I ain't feel no type of way about it. It was funny though. It was funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you could hook up a boxing match between me and Florida Boy.
Well, I'm not gonna get in the middle of that. But so what's going on with you, man? We're talking about Fat Cat. You ever heard of this guy, Lorenzo Nichols, or no? Is that like some New York shit?
Oh yeah. Well, I heard of him through the little rap songs, and that's how I heard about him.
Okay.
What is he still alive?
Yeah, he's alive, and he's not even gonna be considered for parole to hit the streets until 2026. He's just been released to the feds for being a rat fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a rat fuck.
Do you know how old he is?
62, 63, something like that.
Whoa. Ooh, he's been in it for a minute, huh?
And rightfully so. He was involved with killing a cop. He's a total piece of shit. But go ahead, you were saying?
Oh, see, I didn't know all that about him. I just, know about kind of like the 50 Cent missions or something like that.
Yeah.
And are you talking about I heard you talking about the Gilly the Kid versus Wiz Khalifa?
Well, I'm trying to promote it. What do you think? Gilly the Kid versus Wiz Khalifa. What do you think?
I think Gilly will get him, man, because I think, I don't think that Wiz might be used to his, getting bigger. Mm-hmm. And I know, Gilly been boxing for a while, so I think he might had the advantage a little bit. You know, he might have the speed on him.
Well, how would you know? You can't see. You're blind. How the fuck would you know?
But you know, I'm talking about, you know, when I last saw, you know, and I had heard about, you know, that Khalifa.
Nigga started to learn.
But you know, he might not be used to that, you know.
Right. Well, now hang on a second. Would you be able to hear the punches? You're blind, yes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope so. I think I probably would be able to hear it though. You know, if I sat close enough. Or
with all due respect, when did you lose your sight, or were you born blind?
I lost it 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's some fungus had gotten to my optic nerves, and it had messed them, damaged them.
Damn.
That's how I lost my sight. You know.
Some fungus got into your nerve? Were you not bathing? How'd you get fungus in the nerve of your?
It's a real common fungus, but I just had a bad reaction to it. It's like some type of rare stuff, you know. And I just had to be like one of the 5% of the people that that it affected a negative way, and that's how I lost my sight. Yeah, that's how it pretty much happened, you know.
With all due respect, sir, were you not washing regularly? Were you not shaving? How did
you get a fungus? Oh no, it wasn't that.
The fuck?
It just, you know, it's just like it's a real common like fungus. It's real common. It just, some people have a bad reaction to it. I was watching though and stuff. It just, you know, just kind of like, you know.
Were you sleeping on dirty pillowcases? I've never heard of this.
It's called aspergillosis, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, man, listen, why don't we get you back on the show this week, let's say Tuesday or Wednesday, see if we can find a slot for you, man. I mean, you can take a joke. I appreciate that about you. And now, are you totally blind or partially blind? Can you at least drive a car?
Unfortunately, totally blind.
Wow. Do you get an SSI check or some type of stipend from the government?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What do you spend your money on, respectfully? Do you have a wife and kids, or do you trick it off on whores and drugs, respectfully?
Well, mostly DoorDash.
The fuck? DoorDash?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, man. I got your email address. You holler at me. Not tomorrow. I'm not doing a show tomorrow. Holler at me Tuesday. Let's get you back on the show, man. See what's cracking.
Okay, no problem, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. The blind comedian. Man. Peace to the guy who called him early. He started taking me back, man, to Southside Jamaica, Queens. My homie Dance. I've spoken about Dance before. Dance and I used to work at McDonald's on Jamaica Avenue back in the early 80s. I used to steal boxes of patties, frozen patties. I used to get them from the basement, the freezer, and then go and take them out the back and put them over the fence. And then cover them. And then when I got off, I would go, get the box, and me and Dance would go to 40. We would go to 40 Projects and sell the frozen patties. Oh my God. Folks, you looking at a real one right here who didn't give no fucks. I was selling frozen quarter-pounder patties and apple pies up in 40 projects in the early 80s with a nigga named Dance. And then we would go get the coke and sit on the bench and get skied while niggas was playing basketball. Salute to my nigga Grandmaster Vic. No, don't talk about Southside Jamaica, Queens, and thinking Star wasn't there. That was back when the apple pies at McDonald's, you put them in the deep fryer. Shit. And the manager, what was his name? Bob. He caught me one day coming upstairs with the boxer. Patty, he said, Troy, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting ready to drop these on the stove. He knew I was lying. Troy, where you going? Out in the back with the box. Oh no, I'm coming back. I'm gonna go take a leak. Beer. Oh my God, folks, enough's enough. The show's over. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Malmo will get you donation. T.I. is better than Carlos Mencia, hands down. Troll Baby says Zach Lee standing at a microwave in a Fruit Loom tighty with a medium white tee and pink ankle socks, okay? Malmo also says Gilly, a.k.a. Star's younger brother. That's not his brother. Will handle Wiz, then get him jumped. That's crazy. Okay, guys, if I missed any cash apps or super chats, I will get to you tomorrow, I promise, okay? Please make sure you visit my sponsors. If you are an artist, an entertainer, any type of person coming up and you need really, really professional help in terms of media relations, media training, and PR strategy, please reach out to this person here and tell them I sent you. Have a good night. Take care.